Hello everyone, this is the Manga Stand. This is a channel where we sit down and talk about manga and anime. So right now we're going to talk about the top 5 fathers in manga and anime. I'm going to try to do this for Father's Day is coming up, and plus I think that some of these characters haven't been discussed before, some of them are new, some of them aren't mentioned very much, and the number one pick in particular is the reason why I'm making this, because I think he should be on a top list of parenthood, especially for fathers, because I believe he is the best father in any anime and manga. So please enjoy my video. I'm a new channel, so now we'll be seeing my top 5 list. Please enjoy, please comment on them if they make you spark any ideas, and here it is.
じゃあ早速で悪いんだが、お前がどれだけ成長したか、あるいは成長してないのか、今ここで見せてくれ。久方ぶりに料理勝負と行こうじゃねえか。そうまいよ。
唐突に帰ってきたかと思ったらそれかよ、親父。
どうした？やんのかやんねえのか。やるに決まってんだろ。
So yeah, we have Soma's father, Joshiro from Food Wars. So the importance of this father is that he's the passion in Soma's life. Soma loves cooking because of his father and because of all the contests and competitions they have. Joshiro's also a single dad. From the appearance of the show, I don't think it's revealed what happened to the mom, but as far as we know, he's a single dad. He's taking care of his kid by himself. He's showing such great passion, such great care in his kid. He does leave his kid, but he leaves his kid in order for him to find his own growth and his own specialty in the world. So he lets his son move on and grow as a person. And that's why he's my number 5 dad on the list. Now let's go to number 4. Yeah, so now we have 7 Deadly Sins taking the spotlight. Ban's dad, Zahavago, I think it's pronounced. Sorry if I butchered the name, it's Japanese. Zahavago. And basically this is the person who taught Ban how to be a thief. For spoilers for the people who haven't got ahead in the manga yet, don't really continue this further, maybe skip ahead to the 3rd. But basically Zahavago meets Ban in prison and he gives him his food. Ban offers to take gluttony, and they have this really strong bond throughout the relationship. Once they break out of prison, Zahavago says basically to Ban, do you trust people? And Ban's like, I trust you. So that just shows the trust that Ban had in his father-like figure. And then what happens is a travesty happens and Zahavago's real son gets in trouble and he abandons Ban for his real son. And this is something that Zahavago regrets during his whole life. And he regrets it because when he goes to save his son, his real son doesn't make it anyway. So he's like, well, I could have saved Ban in this scenario more than my real son. But then when Ban and them group back up in the manga in the current time, Ban's like, no, that's what you should have done. That was your real son. And you find out that this character is a were person. So that's why his son was being abused. And that's why he gets abused. And why he has to resort to thievery. And Ban, that was Ban's mentor. That was Ban's dad. And at the end of the day, Zahavago sacrificed his soul, his very soul for Ban. Without this, Ban would have died. Ban the Immortal would have been died because his soul would have been eaten. And so Zahavago gave up his very soul for his son. And to me, that is just mind-boggling. That was blowing away. And it was great character development to Ban have a dad again, and to see his connections as a childhood and how he grew up to thievery and how his parent and mentor mentored him into that scenario. While some people think thievery is bad, that was the only way that Ban could survive, and that's the only way he could feed himself back in his past where he had nothing. So a great father, sacrificed his soul, and now let's get on to the 3rd one.
Fine, I'll be happy to bounce. You'd feel a lot better if I did anyway. Rin! Let go! You're the one who wants to kick me out of here. You don't have to tell me that I'm the screwed up son. Actually, we're not even related, so I'm the screwed up stranger, right? Stop it! Come on, why don't you admit it? You're just sick and tired of pretending to be my family. Or is it against your religion to say something like that? Or wait, is it because you want one last time to play the perfect dad? Give me a break. You're not my father. You're nobody to me. Don't ever let me see you acting like my father again!
It will be morning soon. Hurry. Go get your things.
So number 3, going back to Blue Exorcist here, an older series, but it has a great father. His name is Shiro Fujimoto, and basically he is, I think he's the ideal father. If I wanted a father, it would probably be him. He looks out to his son for his entire life. He doesn't have a spouse again. He's a single father, taking care of the church, executing demons, exorcising demons, all while trying to take care of his son, who he knows is the spawn of Satan. And he does this. He even sacrifices his life in the end for his son. He's been constantly holding back Satan for the whole 16 years of his life. And because of that, Shiro, I think, makes one of the best fathers in an anime, just because of the huge sacrifice he makes and the huge relationship he has with his son. He's always there for Rin. He's been with Rin since his childhood. He helped him grow as a person. He helped teach him things. He helped guide his violence because he had violence tendencies, probably because of his Satan heritage. And he always was trying to make him grow and make sure that he had jobs, was always trying to get jobs for him, was always trying to look out for him, always talked to him when he needed him. And just because of all this, I think he's one of the best dads. So now let's go on to our second dad. Now number 2, this was a really hard one because I believe this guy should almost be number 1, but I'm going to be honest, I'm incredibly biased with the first position, and I just really think he needs to be number 1. But for this guy, Kurama basically was tasked to kill Diclonians. Diclonians were kind of a race of species. They were born usually as women, and they kind of had invisible arms that go out and can decapitate people, dismember them really quickly, which is why they were frightened. And they also had little horns on their heads. And Kurama had a daughter that was 1. And basically before that, he was tasked to kill these Diclonius sons and daughters. And this was a job and duty that he put on himself, as he had a best friend going through this, and he killed his best friend's daughter. And this was a very painful moment for him, and it was also a moment for him where he kind of started to become hardened. But when his own daughter, he realized, was a Diclonius, he couldn't do it. He asked the organization he was working for to kind of hold her in secret, hold her in security, and this was ultimately used to bribe him to do other dark stuff within his company. Not only that, but he had Nana, which was another Diclonius that attached to him and called him Dad. These Diclonius, you have to understand, in the public eye, were monsters, were things that were violent, were things that would kill people, but realistically they wouldn't kill people. It was that the abuse towards them led to them to be psychopaths. And it just goes to show you that if you keep on picking at someone and keep on picking and tearing them away, that eventually any one of us are capable of murder. But Kurama was the one person that saw the good in these Diclonius, in his daughter and in Nana. And Nana really took a liking to Kurama, and Kurama was basically the person who could bridge between the Diclonius and the humans. One of the only ones, because he loved these things and he showed them the right respect that they deserved. In the end, he was tasked to kill Nana, but instead he let her go, like betraying his corporation, betraying what we thought was a really loyal person to this corporation because they had his daughter on lockdown, but instead he still chose Nana freedom and kind of faked her death in a way. And so, beautiful scene, and as well, beautiful scene at the end of the series where he has his biological daughter, the Diclonius, and he finally finishes the job he was carried out to do. Because he was carried out to kill Diclonius daughters and sons. He couldn't do it himself, but he was finally prepared for it. So he takes a bomb, he wraps it to his chest, and he blows up with her. This was an ultimate sacrifice, and it was honestly the only right choice he could have done, and it was the choice he should have made a long time ago. And I don't think he could live with that. So he decided to blow himself up with his daughter, and a beautiful scene where they both died. So now let's get on to number 1.
いや、貴様を殺すことは中士団全員の意志だ。
ってことは、てめえをぶっ倒してもまた次のやつが来るってわけか。
そうなるな。
大将をやるまで終わらねえってことか。
そういうことになる。
俺を殺してどうする。
ベルゼ様を連れ帰る。
連れ帰ってどうする。
どうもせん。猿王様が人間を滅ぼす。
そうか。
そうだ。
ベルボーは人間を滅ぼしたりしねえよ。なんでわかるかって。俺が親だからだ。俺がこいつにそんなしょうもねえことはさせねえ。てめえは調子に乗りすぎだ。大将に伝えとけ。人類がどうとか興味ねえけど、喧嘩してえなら相手してやる。まとめてかかってこいってな。決定だ。死ねえ。
変わろうグラフェル。その男危険だ。今のうちに積んでおかねば。
行くぜベルボー。ブラックベルボーと一緒に編み出したあの技。
So, Beelzebub and Oga. Basically, these is my first pick for the number one father as Oga. And this is because Oga always has shown a strong relationship with Beelzebub. Even though he never says it, he will go through any means to protect his son. It's not actually his son, if you guys haven't watched the series. It's actually the Demon King's Beelzebub III's son, who is named Beelzebub IV. And basically, Beelzebub IV is a person who loved violence as a baby. It loves violence and is attracted to badass people. Seeing Oga as the most badass person, he clings to him and loves and laughs when Oga starts beating people up. And this just makes a very comedic series and a very lovable series where Oga, a person who you don't see as a typical parent, rises to the occasion, becomes one of the best dads. He goes all the way, if you guys haven't read the manga, spoilers here, he goes all the way to Satan and defeats Satan for the sake of Beelzebub. He defeats the 7 princes, kicks everyone's ass, a storm of demons. Basically, Oga will do anything to protect Beelzebub. He shows his affection. He tells straight out that he's the parent and that he's gonna teach Beelzebub that he's not allowed to destroy the world and that no matter what, he's always going to be with him. But an example of this is when Tojo kidnaps him. That's when Oga starts to realize his true feelings towards Beelzebub, that he really sees Beelzebub as a son, and he goes and fights Tojo and brings him back and will sacrifice anything, training his body to be able to succumb to all that demonic pressure, because that was a problem very early on where he couldn't handle the demonic presence of Beelzebub, so Beelzebub was starting to run away because he knew Oga couldn't handle it. But Oga was like, no, screw this, I want to be with Beelzebub, I will suffer through this demonic pain, this demonic pressure until I can handle it because I want to be with my son. He even lets Beelzebub go at one point in the manga. This goes farther than the anime. Basically, he finds the mother of Beelzebub and he lets Beelzebub go to his mother and be nourished by her, even though inside, deeply, he really wants to stay with Beelzebub, and it hurts him inside, but he only cares about the right choice for his son, and I'm just going to call him his son because that's what Oga is. Oga is a father, and I think he's one of the best fathers in anime and manga, and I think it was a terrific series. If anyone hasn't seen it, please go see it. Please read the manga because it goes farther than the anime, but the anime is terrific too. It just doesn't go as far. So this is my top 5 list. Please give your opinions and comments down below. This is a new channel, so this is my first time really editing a video this well, or at least this much. I can't really say well because it could be crap, but so please give your like and subscribe if you enjoyed what I had to say, and peace out.